Hi, this is Terri coming to you from sunny, warm South Carolina. I'm here to introduce you to myself and to the two classes I am doing for Christmas in Williamsburg this year. I am a teacher and designer, as I said, from South Carolina. I've been teaching all my life, starting when I was young with cousins, whether they were willing or not, all the way up through getting a degree in education, teaching in public school, and then discovering that it's way more fun to teach needlework to willing participants than it is to try and direct a high school choir. So here I am now, loving it. I teach primarily white work, techniques such as Hardanger, Ukrainian white work, pulled and drawn thread, and then I also teach black work because I just love the way white work and black work go together. So a little bit about me. Now I'm going to turn the camera. If you get seasick, close your eyes for just a second and try to show you my pieces. The first one here is the black and white garden. I've got a whole series of gardens. Most of them are retail. This one is class only. It's called black and white for a very obvious reason. The other gardens are seasonal. I've got an autumn garden and a spring garden, and then there's a Christmas one. One of the nice things about these gardens is they are designed to fit within a standard 5 by 7 frame. The design size is 4 by 6 inches. This frame, I'm pretty sure I bought at Hobby Lobby just in their picture frame section. So these are easy and inexpensive to frame up once you're done, because I know very well how expensive needlework framing can be. So in this garden, you'll do these basic satin stitches at home. This can either be called a mosaic or a Scotch stitch, depending on where you learn or which technique you're coming from. It can have different names, as many stitches can. So that will be done at home. In class, we will learn how to form all the various eyelets. These are 4 little Algerian eyelets that we work together. These are 4 diamond eyelets, single eyelet, and this is a spot eyelet, which we find in Ukrainian white work. It's formed and worked a little differently than the other eyelets. Then we also have the half eyelets that go around each window pane. You'll also learn we've got some double cable here, a little bit of Smyrna cross, and of course basic satin stitches. The other thing we learn is black work. Now I do teach the black work as reversible because you're in class to learn the technique. Whether you just work it as reversible or as a back stitch is totally up to you. This is a fully finished piece, so you're not going to see the back. But I do like to teach you the technique because I believe that's why we come to class, is to learn new and varied techniques. So that's a quick overview of the garden. I'd say it's between a basic and an intermediate level. If you have any experience at all in doing a satin stitch, and if you've done a few eyelets, you can easily do this class. If you haven't done them, well, I will show you how. My second class is called Crystal Daisies. It's a Hardanger piece. It is done with cottage garden variegated threads. Cottage garden threads are a lovely thread I discovered when I was traveling in Australia. Beautiful threads, hard wearing. The back of the packet says they are certified light and color fast, Australian certified. What the Australian qualifications are, I don't know, but they say they are. So Hardanger. In class, we will learn how to do clusters, which are these blocks of 5 satin stitches over 4 threads. You'll also learn how to edge it in the blanket stitch, work a single eyelet, and do what tends to scare people the most, which I don't think is bad at all, and I'll show you a different way to do it that actually is not as scary as some of the other ways. Cutting the fabric threads to create all these lovely open spots. Then we learn a basic needle weaving woven bars. The final stitch thing we do is the lacy daisy in the middle, done with very shiny metallic threads. And then finally we have the crystals to go with the daisy, hence the name Crystal Daisies. And I show you the technique for hanging them inside an open spot to make it look like they're just floating there. This, as far as Hardinger goes, I would call this a beginner design. Even if you have no experience, I can teach you how to do this. I do supply you with 2 pieces of fabric so you can practice. Get a little closer here. You can practice on one piece of fabric and then work the actual design on the other piece. So that way it's not as scary, because if you make a cutting error on a doodle cloth, who cares? It's a doodle cloth. And I will also show you how to correct those cutting errors. They can be corrected. It's not difficult. It's a little tedious, but it's not difficult. All right, that is my quick overview. I hope to see you at Christmas in Williamsburg, and I especially hope to see you in one of my classes. Have a great day, and until December.